Hello, I'm here. It's me, Nick, telling about the new Godzilla film. Of course, I had to see it, and I wanted to do a little review on it because I know all two of my fans are real excited to hear my thoughts on it. But I mean, seriously, yeah, it's Godzilla. It's my favorite, so I wanted to do it. All right. I guess first I should say, yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It didn't completely suck, as I was deathly afraid that it would. Just Hollywood and all their crap and everything is just. I was so certain they were just going to ruin this movie that I almost didn't want to go see it. And part of that was just the awful trailers. The trailers made it look all grim and gritty, and they were showing people dying and all this crap, and they lied. The trailers flat out lied. In fact, there were several things in the trailers that were not in the movie. And I don't just mean like they redid a couple of shots here and there. Like, if you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It is weird, and that brings me to my next thing. I don't really want to spoil this film for anybody. I feel that you should go see it yourself. I just want to give a general overview. Movies shouldn't be spoiled. In fact, I had to learn that the hard way when the last Godzilla movie came out, the Godzilla Final Wars or whatever. I found out everything about the movie before it ever hit American soil. And I just and I knew everything that was happening in the movie, and so nothing surprised me, and none of the little subtle things that would have been cool if I had seen them for the first time really surprised me the way they should have. Now, to be fair, that is a crummy movie, but it was made even crummier by the fact that I knew it. Anyway, so there were things about it that I didn't like. I think they spent way too much time on many of the human characters, which I understand. Yes, you need to have good human characters in order to provide a good grounding and explanation and everything. But they focused on them for, I think, they had them well more than they had the monsters in the films and everything, and they could have cut them. I think. I mean, it's a movie called Godzilla. It's not like Pacific Rim, which was more about humans fighting the monsters. I mean, this is about the damn monster. The title of the freaking movie. And I think they really kind of dropped the ball on that one. and I knew they were going to do that because they hired all these big name actors like Bryan Cranston and Ken Watanabe, or however you say his name. I apologize if I mispronounced it, and that's just the way. That's Hollywood syndrome for you, right there. You hire big actors that aren't the main focus of the movie. You spend too much time on them. It's like if you hire some asshole to play Hamlet, and then you get someone awesome like Glenn Close or someone to play Gertrude. I mean, of course, she did play Gertrude, but if Mel Gibson hadn't played anyway, I'm rambling. And you would focus more on Gertrude anyway than you would on Hamlet, and that's just stupid. But I digress. If you didn't know already, and this isn't really a spoiler because I had heard about this, but he fights some other monsters in it, and they were pretty cool. They were new monsters. They were not from the old movies at all. They didn't resurrect any of the old and I like that. I think that it promotes creativity, and that's pretty cool. You need to show new monsters, and I think when you can offer something new like that adds to the mythology. I mean, as much as I like seeing old stuff revived, you want to see new stuff. It's like, how many times can you watch Spider-Man fight the Green Goblin? Not that I saw that movie, but still. I mean, how many times can you watch heroes fight the same characters they've fought for years? It's going to get old. But, anyway, so I'm rambling again. But the new monsters, they were pretty cool. I don't want to spoil again what they are, where they come from, or what they look like. But they were cool. I think they spent a lot of time with them, too. Christ, it should have been called the Muto Monster movie. That was what they were called, Mutos. You'll see. So they spent a lot of time with them, far more than they spent with Godzilla. And there was one really, I guess it was supposed to be touching, but I couldn't help but laugh. It was just so over the top and ridiculous. If you've seen Gareth Edwards' other film, Monsters, which I guess is how he got this job, which it actually reminded me a lot of that, and it really seemed like he wanted to make a movie about those creatures, about his new monsters, and he just had to work them into this Godzilla movie. The other thing that, this is Hollywood again, that I did not like, and I'm sick of this, I hate this so much, that all the special effects were CGI in it. All of it was cartoons, and I hate that. I mean, I know CGI has a lot to offer and everything, but I think that if you don't have something in front of the camera, it loses all sense of realism. It really does. I mean, I understand there's little things, the heat ray that Godzilla fires and all that. You can do that with CGI, because that's basically what they did back in the day. Having the whole character be CGI, I mean, Christ, I hate that. I really do. And I think the film suffered from it a lot. I think that if they had more real monsters, puppets or whatever the hell, rubber suits and things, the film, they would have had more of them in it. They would have wanted to film them more. It would have been less complicated or expensive or whatever, and I really think the film detracted from that. Some other things. It was a very simple movie, really. It wasn't very epic and grand. It didn't giant monsters come to town, they kill each other, and that's it. I mean, that's pretty much the whole plot of the movie. It was simple, and I liked that. And it was short, thank God. I'm sick of these big, long, epic movies, that last for like hours and hours, which I know I'm complaining that the monsters weren't in it enough, but drug out the fight scene for like an hour for no reason, and I liked that. That's my problem. You have a short running time. Well, you're gonna fill it up with humans. You're gonna fill it up with monsters. Well, you paid for the damn monsters. But whatever. For the most part, it was okay. I don't know if this will be a big hit or not. I know lots of people were getting in line to see it. I mean, we had to go catch the early show. We caught the Thursday night showings at 7, which I presume those cropped up because all the shows were selling out. I heard a report on the internet, some guy had like a picture, an actual photograph of an AMC ticket booth, and it said Godzilla sold out. And he said he was talking to the guy there, the box office guy, and he said, yeah, they sold out 5 minutes after they went on sale. He said this movie was ridiculous. I mean, there's been a lot of hype. All the fans that I know have just been going bonkers for it. People on the TV and stuff have been going bonkers. They re-released the original Japanese Gojira film. It's touring around the country, actually. I hope it gets down to like Atlanta or somewhere here in Georgia so I can go see it. I mean, I would love to do that. Probably my favorite film at the moment. And I mean, it's through the roof. So I really think this has enough momentum to be a hit, to make a lot of money, and for Godzilla to really make a return. Because that's really what this movie means to me. Like, I honestly think that if this doesn't make enough money, that's it. That's the end of Godzilla. He'll basically just fade away. They won't make any more movies. They won't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, there won't be any Godzilla anymore. I mean, there'll be little things. There'll be comic books and stuff, but they'll probably never make a movie again. Just think about that for a minute. Just think about that. I mean, this really could be the end of the King. Oh, that's another thing. It actually said in the movie, King of the Monsters. I thought that was awesome. King of the Monsters. And really, what I said to myself was, going in, I had really low expectations, like I said. I said, if there's one really good fight in the movie, I wouldn't complain. And for the most part, yeah, we got a pretty good fight. I mean, I heard some of the early reports, people are saying it was the best fight they'd ever seen for Godzilla. Hell no. Not just no, but hell no! I mean, this doesn't even compare to some of the big Godzilla battles. And hell, I would even put that one fight in Pacific Rim. Yeah, you know the one I mean, above it. But for the most part, it was a pretty good fight. There were two fights, actually. And one of the first fight, if you've seen it, I thought that was just hilarious. Like, I was almost mad at first, like the way they framed it. Again, I don't want to spoil it, but the way they shoot the fight, I almost went up and attacked the screen. I was so frustrated. But then when they show it, with the news and everything, and it was I was pleasantly surprised with that. I was satisfied. That was brilliant. So yeah, I really hope that this is a big hit, mainly because not only for Godzilla, but for monster movies in general. If this is a big hit, combined with Pacific Rim from last year, from this year, it'll probably relaunch giant monster movies. Something else might come along, and it'll be a big hit. And next thing we know, we have the Godzilla series. They said they wanted to do a sequel to Pacific Rim. And we'll just be swarmed with giant monster movies. They'll kick the superheroes to the curb. And the age of monsters will rule again! I mean, really, like, that is what I would like to see. I mean, I like superhero movies, Batman, Captain America, all that crap, but it's over, They're old now. There's so many of them that you can't even keep up with them. And I would really like to see a return to giant monsters. Well, honestly, what I'd like to see is something new, something fresh. But, Hollywood flat out refuses to be creative. But, I think if we have to have trends like this nonsense, then giant monsters are definitely what I want to see. So I really liked this movie. I kind of liked it. I hope that any Godzilla fans out there go see it. I hope normal people go see it, and I hope it makes lots of money so that maybe we can get more. I mean, maybe it wasn't the Godzilla movie we deserved, but it was certainly the Godzilla we needed. Take it easy, guys. Bye.